Hi there, welcome to Lamlam's audiobook novel channel. Today's story is titled, The CEO's Maid. Chapter 15, After the Storm. The echo of Emily's confession still lingered in the air long after the words had left her lips. Outside Damien's study, the sky had darkened, heavy with the threat of rain. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Damien's gaze held hers, unwavering and quiet, as though he was measuring the weight of everything that had just spilled out between them. "I never meant for you to know this way," Emily whispered, her voice cracking. "Not in the middle of all this." "I know," Damien replied, his tone low but calm. "But it had to come out eventually, Emily. And maybe it's better it came from you." She blinked, trying to steady her breathing. "Even after all this, you still trust me?" Damien's expression darkened slightly. "Trust isn't something that returns in a heartbeat. But I believe you. That matters more right now." He stepped closer, lowering his voice. "Right now we have a bigger fight. Vanessa won't stop." Before Emily could respond, the quiet buzz of Damien's phone interrupted them. He glanced at the screen. The headline glared back in bold letters. "The Maid with a Dirty Past. Emily Walker's Lies Exposed." A grainy photo of Emily as a teenager, standing by the riverbank in her small town, filled the screen. Another photo showed her father's run-down house, painted in words that dripped contempt. Asterisk small-town scandal. The maid hiding a shameful past from billionaire boss. Asterisk. Emily's heart dropped to her stomach. "Oh God!" Damien swiped through the article. "It's all here. Your father's illness, your disappearance after the drowning, your false resume. Everything." She felt dizzy, the room spinning around her. They know everything." Damien's jaw tightened, anger flashing in his eyes. "Not everything. They only know what Vanessa wanted them to know." Emily's breath caught, chest heaving. "Damien, what do we do? They'll tear me apart. And you too." He didn't hesitate. "We stay calm. You stay in the mansion tonight. I'll have security keep watch. But the staff, the media, everyone will think. They'll think whatever they want." Damien cut in softer now. "Let them. What matters is the truth. And right now, the truth is you're here because you cared, not because you schemed." His certainty made something break inside her. Tears spilled before she could stop them. "I don't deserve your help," she whispered. "Not after lying to you." Damien shook his head. "Maybe. But you saved my life, Emily. And whether you meant to or not, you changed it too." Outside, thunder rumbled. The rain finally broke, tapping against the tall windows like 1,000 tiny fists. By dawn, the damage had begun to show. Emily could hardly step into the hallway without noticing the whispers. A maid she'd worked beside every morning wouldn't meet her gaze. Another paused her sweeping, eyes darting nervously toward Emily's pendant before looking away. At breakfast, she walked into the dining room carrying fresh coffee, only to find the usual quiet hum had been replaced by stiff silence. Helen, the older housekeeper who had always treated her kindly, offered a small, apologetic smile, but even she kept her distance. Emily's face burned with shame. Damien hadn't come down yet. She almost wished he wouldn't. When he finally appeared, dressed sharply in dark slacks and a pale shirt, conversation froze. Damien didn't slow his steps. His gaze swept the staff, cold and commanding. "If anyone here believes headlines over what they see with their own eyes, there's the door." A stunned hush fell over the room. His eyes found Emily's, steady and unflinching. "Emily, come with me." In his study, the air felt thicker than before. Damien gestured for her to sit, but she shook her head, remaining by the bookshelf. Her palms were clammy, heart racing. "You don't have to protect me," she whispered. "I can leave. It might be better." Damien's voice sharpened. "Better for who?" "For Vanessa. For the tabloids." She swallowed. "Better for you. I'm only making trouble." His brow furrowed, irritation flickering in his eyes. Emily, look at me. She hesitated, then met his gaze. You didn't ask for this, he said. You tried to run from it, yes. But you didn't create it. His tone softened. And I won't let Vanessa decide who stays in my life. Beat of silence. Emily felt her throat tighten. But you could lose everything, she whispered. Damien leaned closer, his expression solemn. I've already lost enough. And if I push away the only person who saw me at my weakest and stayed, then I'd really lose what matters. Her breath caught. His words sank into the cracks of her fear, something warm and frightening growing there. Miles away, in her penthouse filled with fresh flowers and hollow luxury, Vanessa scrolled through the same article. She smiled as she watched Emily's name trend, her past dissected by strangers. A message pinged on her phone. The investigator she'd hired. Asterisk, the story's gone viral. Should we release the next piece? Vanessa hesitated, tapping her painted nail on the screen. Not yet, she murmured. In the glass reflection, her own eyes looked back, tired, haunted. This is only the first fracture, she whispered to herself. Let them try to fix it. Emily stood by her window, staring out at the rain-slick streets below. Damien had left for a late meeting. The house felt too big, too silent. A quiet knock startled her. Helen, the older housekeeper, stood at the door. I made tea, Helen said softly, holding a steaming mug. You look like you need it. Emily hesitated, surprised by the small kindness. Thank you. Helen's gaze was gentle but firm. Don't let the worst voices in this house be the ones inside your head, dear. For a moment, Emily nearly cried again, but instead she nodded, clutching the warm mug to her chest. That night, as thunder rolled over the city, Damien returned. He paused at Emily's door, watching her through the slight opening. She sat by the window, staring into the storm, a quiet silhouette wrapped in guilt and hope. Damien closed his eyes for a moment, as though making a silent promise. Then he walked away, the sound of his footsteps swallowed by the rain. But the question echoed in both their minds. If the past could resurface once, how many more storms still lay waiting? Thanks for listening to Lamlam Audiobooks. If you enjoyed this chapter, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes. New chapters drop every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 9 a.m. Stay tuned, because in this story, nothing is ever what it seems. Until next time, keep listening.